We can start now, Meenakshi.
We can start
Yes.
Yes,
now?
please.
Okay.
I am ready. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
You
yes.
get me? There is no audio problem, video problem.
No, no, sir. I see you clearly and I can hear you also clearly. No problem.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then,
Yes.
yeah. Um I'm Meenakshi Deshmukh. I'm Deputy Secretary of Bravo Marathi Mandal, and on behalf of Bravo Marathi Mandal, I welcome you all to this second session on Indian classical music. Today, we again have our dear sir, Dr. Vikas Kashalkar, who is President of Akhil Bharatiya Gandharva Mahavidyalaya. And as most of you have attended the first session also, you know that sir is the president of Akhil Bharatiya Gandharva Mahavidyalaya Mandal, and he is really very willing to help us, support us, and act as a mentor to pursue the Indian classical music here in Germany. So on this note, I welcome you all in this second session. So in first session, sir has provided us the information about the Gandharva Mahavidyalaya itself, its history, and how they can support us in pursuing the Indian classical music, even staying abroad. And today's topic is bit more focused on Indian classical music and its variations and this lay, sur, and tal. So basics of this Indian classical music. So sir will present us. Sir will give us information on this part today. So I again welcome you, sir. Thank you so much for your time. And now it's your stage, and please proceed with your presentation or with your talk.
Thank you. Thank you. Uh, I will start with the basic question or basic concept of music. So when we think of music, the first question comes to our mind, what is music? So music is the direct medium for the expression of innermost feelings of the heart. I mean, sometimes what happens when we we see so many things around us, and in that, what happens? Suppose this my shirt is very good, or suppose the tree is very good, the flower is very good, the samosa what you eat that is very good, and then uh, whenever it is asked, then you say yes, it is very good, or you just say good. So you don't have many more words to express what exactly is called as good or beautiful or something. So words have the limited meaning, and you cannot go beyond that, because tea is good, the chair is good, and all these things, everything is good only. You express in one only word, and then you feel that you don't have many more words to express, or you, it is beyond your capacity to explain what you felt about that one. But music has the power to express yourself without the help of words, and you go beyond the meaning of the words. So Carlyle says music is a kind of inarticulate, unfathomable speech which leads to the edge of the infinite. I mean, you have so many feelings in your mind, and then you are unable to express those feelings in words. That time, music comes to your rescue. So, music has the potential or the power to express your heart feelings of the heart. So, this is what we call it music. But again, if I ask what is music, then I can say music is the art of sound. Music is the art of sound. Like, the painting is the art of sketch or whatever you can call. Similar to that, this is music is the art of sound. So sounds, we we come across different types of sounds the bubbling brooks and the chirping of the birds and all these things. Those sounds we listen and we enjoy those sounds. But are they really called as music? Like, cuckoos, she sings, but that is a poetic expression. Otherwise, it is just a just a sound, and it is not actually a music. It is a poetic expression. So, music is the art of humanly organized sound. Unless human organizes it in a very proper way to create certain effect, it cannot be called as music. So it has a long tradition, uh, say for more than 10,000 years, at least I can say that 10,000 years or thousands of years before music came into existence. How it came to existence, that perhaps is the question. So first I will narrate one small story. It may not be correct, but it is a story in our mythology. So I would like to tell that story about music. At the time of uh, in the Vedic period, what we call uh, in that period, we had the system of Sama Gayan singing. Sama can be called as canticle or the couplets, which which were sung at the time of sacrifice, to which we call as yajna. At that time, these canticles were sung by the group of people. Sam is what is called as Sa and Sa means recitation of certain certain words or couplet, and is the extension of those words which are explained with the tune. So that is what is called as Sam Gayan. So that Sam Gayan was performed at the time of sacrifice, and there were certain number of people those were assigned this job, and they used to sit near that sacrifice or yajna, and for hours together they used to chant those psalm which were called as rucha in Indian language. Ruchaon ka gayan, that is what they used to say. And they were so engrossed in singing, and then they were so happy. The other people, those who were present there, they used to just listen and they used to enjoy. But it so happened that those people got interest in singing Psalm Gayan, but they were not allowed to sing because this afterwards it will come. Yes, yes, you keep this one. Origin of concept. Yes, when they were singing, that time other people were just supposed to listen and not sing along with them. So they complained. Those people, the number of people they were there, and they complained to Brahma Deva, Lord Brahma, that these people they have the right to sing Sam Gayan, and we are not allowed. Why is it so? We should also sing. We have the right to sing. So Brahmadev realized, because these days everybody knows that everybody is conscious about his rights and not the duties. But anyway, the concept was that they wanted to sing something. And Brahmadev realized that Samagayan means it is in Sanskrit language, so they should learn Sanskrit, they should learn music, and then only it is possible and takes a lot of time. So Brahmadev called Lord Shankara. Lord Shankara was a musician. he called Lord Shankara and he said, see, these people are interested in singing Samagayan, but it is not possible for them. So why don't you create something else for them? Because we had four Vedas that time: Rigveda, Yajurveda, Atharvaveda, and Samaveda. So in Samaveda, they are not able to sing. So why don't you create another Veda for these common people? And Lord Shankara agreed. And he said, yes, I will create one Veda for the common people. And then he created. What he did, he stood up and then he opened his mouth and six ragas came from his mouth. There is one slide. Yes, this is the creator of music. So one is Deepak, another is Shri, the third one is Bhairav, fourth one is Megha, then Kaushik, and then Hindola. Like that, total six ragas came from his mouth. This is what is called, what is the story. So initially we had only six ragas. This is, the story says like this. But what is the meaning of this story? You know, Lord Shankara used to stay in Himalaya and he was a representative of the common people, or so to say, the community, particular community to which we call it Adivasi community. In that, he belonged to that community. And the people in general, they had their own music at the time. Like Samagayan, which was called as Margi Sangeet, another music was simultaneously uh, available for common people, to which we call as Deshi Sangeet. Margi Sangeet and Deshi Sangeet, two types of music were there. So Deshi Sangeet had some folk tunes because that particular folk used to sing certain types of tunes. Like, you know, you would have heard. "Tarara, tarara, tarara, ra." So this is one tune. Similar to that, we have different types of uh, tunes in folk community. So these, what we call as raga now, they they were the original tunes of our folk music, and from folk music, our Indian music came into existence. So origin of classical music is from the folk music of India. This is what is the meaning of this particular uh, story. Now there is one another story. This is a mythological story. Another story says that in the Stone Age, man used to stay uh, in small huts or in the caves or in the trunk of the tree or somewhere, and then hunting was his job and then feed himself. This is how uh, we know that Stone Age people used to live. What happened when they were staying in the jungle in rainy season or in some other season? uh, a big type of air used to pass through the jungle, and while passing that this thing, a big type of sound used to was created, and that sound was very frightening, and that man used to think that something is there and I should not enter into that jungle because there may be somebody who will eat me. So he was afraid, and then he used to uh, go into the cave and stay there in this way. Afterwards, what happened? Slowly, he started entering into the jungle. And to his surprise, when he was passing through the jungle, he heard beautiful sounds, and he was surprised to see what are these sounds I am listening here. Who is there? Who is doing this one? And then he went near the bamboo, the jungle of bamboo, and to his surprise, he could listen a very good type of music. So what happened? The bamboos had holes, and when the air passed through that hole, the sound is created. As we see, the flute is made from this particular concept. And the first instrument in the Indian mythology is called as Venu or flute. So it is made from the bamboo from where the man first heard a beautiful sound, and then he created uh, cut the bamboo and then uh, created one instrument. So Renu was the first instrument. Then another thing happened when he was hunting the animals. At, at one time, it so happened that the animal uh, fell into one pit, and then it was covered by its skin. After so many months, it so happened that it was completely dry. And with the stick, the man tried to uh, put that stick on that and then tried to play it. And then again, he saw a beautiful type of sound. This is how the percussion instrument came into existence. And wind instrument, percussion instrument, slowly, man developed these instruments and at the same time music. This is how it so happened. In Indian music, we we sing with the help of notes, or we play the music with the help of notes. How many notes we have? We have seven notes, so to say, and they are named as Shadja, Rishabha, Gandhar, Madhyam, Pancham, Dhaivat, and Nishad. So you can see it here. Names of the swaras: Shadja, Rishabha, Gandhar, Madhyam, Pancham, Dhaivat, and Nishad. So their first thing is Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni. These are the names of those notes. Like C, D, A, F, G, A, B. We say it's in Western music. In Indian music, there are Sare, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni. If Varad is here, I will ask him to sing these notes so that you will come to know. Varad, please sing. Varad is there. Can he sing?
Yes, Amal, is Varat unmuted or he is not able to hear us?
He is unmuted actually, but I'm not sure why the sound is not there.
Okay.
Ha. Uh, can see. I mean, those notes are like. Is he ready? Sa re ga ma pa da ni. And again, to end that, we say again sa. That's why it is called as octave, not septave or septatonic. Our music is called as octave because of the eight notes, but the eighth note is the replica of the first note. Sa re. If he is there, he can sing. Sa re ga ma pa da ni. These are the names of these notes. Now the question comes: First interpretation is there. Can we see, go back and see names of the swaras?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Could you please repeat once again, sir?
Yes. Saregama Patni, is he able to sing
Yes, I think there
this
was some
one?
problem with the microphone, I guess.
Okay, I'll sing.
Okay.
First interpretation,
I
you
think
keep first in.
Bharat is able to speak now. Bharat, can you speak?
Yes. Ask him to, yes. Ask him to sing. Ask him to put on Tanpura.
Yeah. No, it's not working, I think, sir.
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Sir, please
Sa,
continue. Yeah.
sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. These are the 7 notes. Now somebody asked me the question, why sa, re, ga, ma like this? Why did you say like this? Why not C, D, E, F, G or A, B, C, D or A, B, K, D in Devanagari script or in Hindi, Marathi script, whatever we use those alphabets? Why don't we use? So there is another small story. Small story means the ladder, which I want to express. Uh, as we have heard the story that Lord Shankara created the music. So the basic music started from Shankara, and Shankara was called as Sankara. At that time, it was called as Sankara. So from Sankara, it is Sa. Then what happened? Lord Shankara passed on this music to Rishi, means Narada. So Rishi, from Rishi we have Rishabha. First interpretation, sir. Amol, Amol, we need to have the first. So from Shankara to, no, not this, not this. There are two interpretations. The first interpretation is this.
Is this correct slide, sir?
Sa, no. There are two
The first
interpretations. Just
interpretation is this one, right?
yes,
Correct.
yes, you keep it here. Yes.
Correct.
So Lord Shiva created music, so basic is Sa. Then Rishi means saints or Narada who learned from Lord Shiva. So second note is Re. Then Narada passed on this art to Gandharvas, the singers in heaven. So Gandharva from Gandharva Ga. Then these Gandharvas were sent to the earth, Mahipati. And on the earth there were kings, they were called as Mahipati. Mahi means earth. So they they accepted this. That's why there is the word, the note Ma. Then Praja, people liked it. What exactly is this music? How to sing and all these things. So people they liked. So for people, Praja, this is Pa. And then this music was used for dharma or religion. All religions, if you see, look at them, they were propagated with the help of music. So Dha is for that one. And Nishad is ultimate uh, truth or ultimate end of this thing, what we call as sometimes moksha or nishad, it is called as nishad. So this is how this name came into existence. Many of the people they don't know why we say sari. Otherwise, sara, ga, ma, pa, dha, na. We could do that one, but we don't do sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni. This is all. Another second interpretation is given in Brihad- Brihaddeshi. Please go to second interpretation. Next. Uh, Second interpretation is the basic, basic tone is called as shadja, from which all 6 notes take birth, or they are derived from that one. So that it Shat Ja. Shat means six. Ja means to take birth. Then Rishabha comes from the heart. Ru. Ru from water sing. We have to sing from, it should be from within. So for that, Rishabh. Then Gandhar is to give the melodious speech to that particular a composition starts from Gandhar. Then Madhyam is a middle point. Then Pancham is a fifth note. Pancham means fifth. And Dhevat is a Dhivar. Dhivar means those who have intellectual capacity to expand this music for them. This Dha and Nishad is the meaning. The merging of all notes is called as Nishad. So all these seven notes came into existence. There are certain countries where actually they have pentatonic scale, whereas our Indian music uh, has seven notes, sare gama padhani, but normally we call it as octave because sare gama padhani sa. Now the basic question, perhaps you will be surprised to know that what we sing right now today, sare gama padhani, this was not our octave
Hello,
in the
can you hear me?
past. Ah,
Okay, nothing. Just
sing.
sa. Wait. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. Sa ni da pa ma ga re sa.
Once again, please, slowly. Sa. Start.
Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga re sa.
Very good. So this is what is called as natural octave at present. But some 2000 years before, we did not have this particular scale which he has sung right now. And this is invented, or we can say researched by one Muni or Rishi whose name is called as Bharata. Bharata Muni wrote Natya Shastra. And in the Natya Shastra, there, there are some five chapters which are devoted to music. In that, what he has mentioned about music, uh, he has given the notes Sare Gama Padhani, but their placement was different. We can just go to that slide where there are circles. You just now showed it to me. Yes, keep it here. So while using these notes as a background for his drama purpose, Bharat Muni learned music and then he did so much of research. And then he came to the conclusion that each note are not placed at the fixed interval. Means sa to re to ga, ga to ma to pa. The distance between these two notes are not same, or distance between all these notes are not same. They are placed at a different place, and so he has written 2000 years back. It is very surprising how he could find out, or how he could measure when where there were no other instruments to measure the distance of these swaras, which he did with the help of veena. Veena was the instrument that was available at the time, and then with the help of veena he found out the distances of these notes, and then he wrote one couplet. It is like this: चतुश्चतुश्चतुश्चैव षड्ज madhyama panchamaha. Amolji, can you show it 444? Chatushchaiva. Sa, ma, and pa. There are चतुश्चतुश्चतुश्चैव षड्ज मध्यम पंचमः द्वे द्वे निषाद गांधारो त्रिस्त्री ऋषभदैवतु. Means sa, ma, and pa. These three notes have four shrutis. And what is the shruti? Shruti, in a simple way, is a microtone, small tone. From sa to re, there is one distance, and in that distance, we uh, we have three microtones. From re to ga, we have two microtones. Like that, here is written cha 432 4432. Means they are not equidistant notes. So when we right now in this 21st century, we think of this one, this particular octave is not similar to what we are singing now. Sa re ga ma pa da di sa. It was not there. So what was it? Varad will sing. Varad sing kafi ga and ni komal.
Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa sa sa
So 432. Sa re ga. So re to ga is only distance of two shruti. This is what is found out by Bharat Muni long back 2000 years before. This is what is very important about Indian classical music, and we join each note with the help of these microtones. That's why our music is called as melodic music or melody music. You get this point? Sometimes it is asked what is the difference between harmony and melody. Ours is sa re ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga re. So we join these notes. Arpagare. This is how we do. So it is joined with the slide or glissando or with other like gamak or mean what so many things are called. So that's why Indian music is called as melody music and Western music is called as harmony music. This is the difference in these two. This thing. Are we supposed to continue or is there a time for the questions?
Sir, we have roughly 12 minutes now, 12 to 13 minutes.
So I will explain the concept of tal, concept of rhythm. This is more important. So any music doesn't exist without rhythm. When we think of any sa re, only if we sing like this, it will create no effect. But if it is combined with the rhythm pattern, then we can we get the interest in that one. So we have the rhythm patterns. So those rhythms are played. It's not just this is tal. So there are certain rules, and those rules are applied for having the beats at a different interval. And then we have the concept of one cycle of rhythm. So divisions, point of rhythmic rise, metrical frame arrangement, sound produced by particular stroke. These are the components of tal. Tal is rhythm. So rhythm and tempo. So this is tala means the bass. Tala, from Tala the word came into existence as Tala. So we create the base of rhythm for any song or for any composition or for the rendering of any song. So that unless that rhythm is there, uh, we we don't get the attractive um, uh, attractive element of that particular composition of rag. To create attract attractiveness in the presentation of any composition, we need to have the base of rhythm. This is the concept in Indian music. And this was created from, as I said, from tentacles, or in Indian language, it is called as chanda. We had different types of chanda in our poetry, like Ati Jagati Chanda, Anushtup Chanda, and all these things. And those are tick taka, tick taka, tick taka, tick taka. This is one chanda. Tick tock, tick tick tick, tick tick tick, tick tick tick, tick tick tick. This is another chanda. Tick 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 tick, tick 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 tick, tick 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 tick. So these are called as different types of chanda, which in ancient time were used to create the poetry. And because of those rhythmic patterns, the poetry was attractive. So when we started singing music along with those poetic forms, we had to create those rhythms, and those rhythms we played on the percussion instrument, and to that particular we call it as Tala. And we have the main important tal is called as teen tal. It is called as teen tal. So, Varad, do you have that teen tal on your
Yes,
instrument? Play, please.
just slow it down a bit. Yes. Ah, then yes, as you can see, this is cyclical, very cyclical.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So, what exactly it is, the rhythm is there, but rhythm is in a cyclic form, and that is one important beat, and that beat is called as sum. From sum we start, uh, and the strokes are not same. Here we cannot distinctly understand by listening to that one, but I'll tell you: dha, din, dha, din, dha, dha, tin, ta, din, dha. So concept of tal is cyclic in Indian music. Means the repetition and its circular repetition of the tal. Though it is linear, but conceptually it is cyclic. So after 16th beat, again first beat comes, and not the 17th beat. Dha, dha, din, dha, tin, ta, din, dha. So we have divided. We means the human being. It, after looking at the uh, interval of uh, sunrise and sunset and all this, the person found out that there are two parts. One is called as bright and one is called as dark, and this is called as day. This is called as night. Similar to that, the same concept is taken into tal. Dha, dha, dha. This is one part. Dha, din. So concept of tal came into existence from the nature. Even the notes came into existence from the nature. As some we have the concept of swar in a very different way. It is mentioned in one of the book how the man created these notes. I'll read this one. Shadjam vadati mayurah, Rushabham chatako vadet, Ajavadati gandharam, Kroncho vadati madhyamam, Pushpa sadharane kale, Kokilaha panchama vadet, Pravushtakale tu samprapte, Daivatam darduro vadet, Sarvada cha tatha devi, Nishada vadet gajaha. Means the sound of peacock is sa, the sound of chatak bird is re, the sound of the goat is ga, Krauncha, the bird, its sound is madhyama, and kaku sings in panchama. In rainy season, those frogs they make certain sound, it is in dhaivata. And everything put together, if we create certain sound, then nishad vadet gajaha, that sound of the elephant is nishad. I tried to find out whether this is correct or not, but maybe this is on just a conceptual layer, or those birds are now singing something different. I don't know, but this is how he coupled there. Similar to that, there is a creation of certain rhythm sounds from the rain falling on the leaves of the lotus. Somebody has created, and it is said that Vishwakarma has first created the instrument to which we call as mridanga. This is how we have the basic information about Indian music. Here I will take a pause, and then if you have anything to ask the questions and answers, then you are free to ask the questions.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a really a lovely story, lovely history of music, which actually I never heard before, and I really like to hear this whole history of music. I hope or I know that all our participants have also enjoyed this history of music. Anyone has any question? I guess now Amol has unmuted you all, so you can directly ask your question or you can write it in the chat box.
Hello, sir. I have a question.
Yes,
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 yeah.
please.
So my question was, so basically in Western music there are many scales, right? So in
Yes.
Hindustani vocal music, is there like, can we choose our sa? Like, can we choose from which scale we want to start our sa?
Yes, yes. It depends upon the range of your vocal, I mean, limits. So certain for women, they can have the higher pitch, say like A sharp normally, or C or B is good for women to select as their basic tone, or which is called as tonic. But it is not true for all the ladies, because it depends upon the structure of your vocal cord. If it
Okay.
is thin inside, the thin vocal cord creates the higher sound. मतलब जिसकी आवाज एकदम पतली होती है
Huh?
तो वो हायर नोट में गाता है, और जैसे हमारे से क्या बोलना है कैसा है, तो he cannot create the higher pitch music,
Okay.
because his vocal cord is thick, so he cannot select that particular tone uh, as a sound for his rendering or for his performance. So you have to check it. When any student come to me, I just check his voice. Like Varad, when he was a small boy, he used to sing in A sharp, but now that he is singing in C, because of his age, his voice is changed. So
Yeah.
we have to shift that on. This happens. This is a natural happening in the human body, when the boy, small boy becomes youth, turns into youth, then his voice changes. And accordingly, we have to change our pitch also.
So can I just like try on an instrument which scale suits best for me, or
Yes,
how
yes,
should I know?
yes. You had to try it. Say from B you can try. Uh,
Um,
what
Sorry to interrupt you, Uma and sir, but now we have only 2 minutes left. So I just want to give our participants some information about the next activities that we want to conduct the third session with sir, where he can give us more information on particular questions that you have, because our first two sessions sir conducted were kind of generic information or overview of overall music and how you can pursue with Gandharva Mahavidyalaya. But for the third session, we are aiming to concentrate or focus on participants individual questions and requests. So we request you to send us the email on bravo on music at bravomm.com, and according to your questions, then sir will answer the particular question, or he will give information on that particular topic which you are interested. So we all look forward to questions and requests and feedback from all today's participants, and based on that we will conduct the third session, and we will provide the recording of today's session also.
Yes,
So
please.
please, yeah. So our email ID is music@bravomm.com, and we would like to know how you individual wants to pursue in future, what kind of support you need. So these first two sessions were kind of, as we said, were introductory, and now further we would like to do some personalized or customized sessions